Rivers State House of Assembly presents notice of gross misconduct against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Educationists advocate elimination of examination malpractice through the use of technology. Petrol pump prices continue to go down amid increased competition among marketers.
I don't think it's coming down the way we want it. Yes, I think the competition should bring it lower.
Hello, welcome to the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24, live from Abuja. I am your carrier, Clinton. The political landscape in Rivers State took another turn this Thursday when members of the state's House of Assembly began impeachment proceedings against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy, Ngozi Odu. They are being accused of gross misconduct. During plenary presided over by the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Samehuli, relying on Section 188 of the Nigerian Constitution, the Majority Leader, Rivers State House of Assembly, Major Jack, read out 7 points of alleged gross misconduct against the governor. Some of the accusations include the demolition of the Assembly complex, extra budgetary spending, withholding funds meant for the Assembly Service Commission, a refusal to obey the Supreme Court's on the financial autonomy of the House. 26 members of the River State House of Assembly signed the notice. After Jack laid this notice before the Speaker, the Deputy Leader, Linda Stewart, also brought forward a notice of gross misconduct against Odu. The move is the second attempt by the lawmakers to impeach Governor Fubara and his deputy, following a similar one in March 2025. Examination malpractices in Nigeria has again come under spotlight with strong calls for the total elimination of all leakages through the use of technology, strict punishment for erring learners, teachers, parents and schools involved in the act. Thomas Ogbetere reports that these, amongst others issues, were the key submissions made by guests on Good Morning Nigeria.
Eliminating and blocking all leakages that encourage any form of examination malpractice in Nigeria is a necessity. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria stressed that while the adoption of computer-based tests CBT is important, it must be backed by strict sanctions against all examination centers that promote or support the menace. Speaking on randomization and serialization mechanism, the guests explained that the system will be designed to ensure that in the computer-based test, no two candidates answer to the questions are the same, even when they sit on the same examination hall, thereby making cheating more difficult.
And that is why we are even moving to CBT, because in the process of publishing this examination, in the process of transferring this examination, there are different windows that these examination questions can leak.
If we're writing the exams at the same time, if you're giving me answers for one and my question is for two, if I copy it, automatically I'm out.
The guest stressed that engaging qualified and ethical teachers is key to preparing students and restoring discipline and credibility in the education system, while highlighting new reforms such as learners' identity numbers and continuous assessment deadlines.
The data we have of candidates will be used and the learner's identification number will be generated, and that number will be what will be used for the examining bodies, for both NECO and WAEC.
Parents too must do their own part as parents to ensure that they encourage their wards to learn.
The guests agreed that examination malpractice has undermined the credibility of WAEC and NECO certificates and can only be addressed through urgent action and collective support from government, schools, parents and students. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
With abundant arable land, vast livestock resources and a pool of talented youths, Nigeria and Nigerians have no reason to be poor. The Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Beha, made the remark at the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a hide, skin and beef value chain development hub, championed by the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project in Wamako local government area of Sokoto State. Yusuf Jika reports.
The Hide Skin and Beef Value Chain Development Hub is designed to address critical gaps across the livestock value chain, from production and processing to storage and marketing. The project is expected to create jobs, reduce post-harvest losses, improve incomes for livestock producers, and enhance animal health, food safety, and environmental sustainability.
It's a conglomerate of livestock activities that will be linked with market linkage and with all the beneficiaries around this area and Sokoto as a whole. We assure you of adequate support in funding and adequate support in implementation.
The Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha, and the Sokoto State Governor, Amit Aliyu, have expressed commitment to effective collaboration and synergy to modernize the livestock industry, promote peaceful coexistence, and ensure that livestock-dependent communities are not left behind in the national development agenda.
Nigeria no longer wants to be seen as a country of potentials. Rather, we must turn our potentials into opportunities so that we can eradicate poverty. Social vices driven by unemployment and illness can be a thing of the past. We have no reason to be poor.
This project aligns with our administration commitments to peace building, economic diversification, and inclusive development to complement ongoing security efforts.
Championed by the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project, LPRES, the Hide, Skin and Beef Value Chain Development Hub is expected to be completed within 18 months, adding significant value to one of Nigeria's major livestock hubs, Sokoto State. Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Federal government has charged the management and staff of the Sustainable Power and Irrigation for Nigeria SPIN project to redouble their efforts towards achieving food security, effective dam management, and improved hydropower generation. Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Usef, gave the charge during a working visit to the SPIN project office in Abuja. The minister affirmed that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu remains committed to delivering on its renewed hope agenda across all sectors. As a flagship project under the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, with a mandate to scale up irrigated farming, strengthen dam management, and boost hydropower generation, SPIN must intensify efforts to meet its targets. The minister expressed appreciation to federal government and the World Bank for ensuring the smooth takeoff of the project, noting that SPIN will significantly enhance food production, improve hydropower generation, and create job opportunities for the teeming youth. Professor Usef commended the management and staff of the project for the progress recorded so far and urged them to sustain the momentum. National Coordinator of SPIN, Ikmilaye Olaiya, expressed gratitude to the minister for unwavering support, which has contributed to the smooth takeoff of the project. He reaffirmed the commitment and determination of the SPIN team to deliver fully on its mandate. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Aneke, has led a program management review meeting with senior United States government officials and representatives of Messrs. Bell Textron in San Diego, California, USA. The engagement focused on fast-tracking the acquisition of 12 AH-1Z attack helicopters, a critical capability and mission-ready force capable of delivering decisive air power in attainment of national security objectives. A statement by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Ehime Ejodame, indicates that Air Marshal Aneke expressed appreciation to the United States government and Messrs. Bell Textron for their continued cooperation, professionalism, and transparency in the execution of the helicopter acquisition program. The Air Chief noted that the acquisition of the AH-1Z helicopters represents more than a platform upgrade, describing it as a reflection of the enduring defense cooperation between Nigeria and the United States. Reaffirming the now sense of urgency and commitment, Air Marshal Aneke assured the U.S. team that his administration would take all necessary measures to ensure the helicopters are delivered in the shortest possible time, while expressing gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for his unwavering support to the Nigerian Air Force as regards platform acquisition. Air Marshal Sunday Aneke reassured Nigerians of the NAV's unwavering commitment to eliminating terrorists and criminal threats with professionalism, restraint, and accountability, while sustaining public trust and confidence in the service operations. Nigeria's downstream oil market is witnessing a rare relief for motorists as increased competition among marketers continues to drive petrol pump prices down. In Abuja, our energy correspondent, Lydia Sampson, reports that while some petrol stations are virtually empty, despite having products, others are experiencing higher patronage.
Fuel attendants beckoning motorists to their dispensing stations. Across Nigeria, queues are thinning out at filling stations, while petrol stations offering the most affordable rates are visibly enjoying uninterrupted demand.
They are selling 739 naira per liter, so compared to other filling stations. So it's because of that. That's why people are trooping in here.
A lot of old drivers have said that the fuel from here stays longer in your machine. It takes longer to burn. And I've tried it once or twice. I think I've enjoyed it. And that's why I'm here. I don't mind to wait a little while in order to get a better deal.
There's availability of petrol, but some stations are simply overwhelmed because of prices. But in a nutshell, why do you think people are trooping your petrol station?
Okay, first of all, I would like to commend Dangote for being indigenous, for bringing the refinery to Nigeria and giving individuals at a very low cost. There are queues here because of the low cost. We are selling at 739, while others are doing 830, 835 like that. So, and again, even if we are overwhelmed, we manage it. You see how seamless the lines are?
Very happy motorists applaud the competition and express hope that more price reductions will follow as supply stabilizes and import costs ease. Already in major cities, several independent and retail outlets have been cutting price, with some selling lower than 800 naira per litre, a drop that commuters and motorists want to go even lower.
It's not, I don't think it's coming down the way we want it. Yes, I think the competition should bring it lower.
Well, basically, I think we should applaud the government for bringing it down, and we still want more of the price coming down, so it will ease the economy of the country as well.
They attribute the development to intensified rivalry among private marketers who are striving to attract customers in a fully deregulated environment. The healthy competition for many is a sign that market forces are gradually taking effect. However, industry experts caution that sustained lower prices will depend on exchange rates, global crude trend, and domestic refining capacity. But for now, many Nigerians see the emerging price war as the most welcome news in months and a glimpse of what true market liberalization could mean for consumers. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We'll be back with more news after the break. Stay with us.
Greetings from all of us at Risco Foods. The festivities are already in the air, and we'd like to especially thank you for your continued patronage of Risco Foods, the only tomato brand to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria. With our proud Nigerian products and services, we have continued to create thousands of jobs for our people and for the growth of our economy. Thank you, our esteemed customers, distributors, and partners. Yes, the taste of Nigeria is the taste of celebration and the taste of goodwill and good cooking. We care for your good health and long life. So cook right and eat healthy to live longer. Always buy Risco products. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use a Risco tomato paste and products. 100% natural tomato. Better food now. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
We're glad to have you back. Lagos State will take center stage in Africa's tourism transformation as the African Travel Commission, ATC, prepares to host a landmark Pan-African Tourism Summit and exhibition from February 11 to 12, 2026. The high-level event, holding at Eco Hotel and Suites, is expected to draw policymakers, investors, and industry leaders from across the continent and beyond, with the goal of repositioning tourism as a key driver of economic growth and regional integration. The summit is being organized by the ATC in collaboration with the Nigerian Tourism Development Authority, ECOWAS, and the African Development Bank Group. In a statement signed by ATC Executive Director Lucky Onoriode George, he stressed that tourism must be treated as a serious economic industry, adding that the summit will focus on practical solutions, including infrastructure financing, policy harmonization, digital innovation, public-private partnerships, and sustainable community-based tourism rather than mere talk. The exhibition segment will showcase African destinations, airlines, hospitality brands, and travel technology companies, while discussions will also highlight cross-border travel and intra-African mobility under the AFCFTA framework. Organizers say the summit is expected to produce concrete outcomes such as policy recommendations, investment commitments, and implementation roadmaps, positioning Lagos and Nigeria as key drivers of Africa's tourism future. Nigeria is intensifying efforts to attract Spanish investment, aiming to reposition its economy as a strategic bridge between Europe and Africa. The push was led by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Togo, during a high-level engagement with Spain's leading business confederation, the Spanish Confederation of Business Organizations, CEOE. A statement by the minister's media aide, Al-Qasim Abdulkader, says the meeting is a deliberate move to reset Nigeria's bilateral economic relationship with Spain. The statement noted that the minister highlighted Nigeria's reform trajectory, demographic advantage, and continental trade access while aligning with Spain's economic and migration policy interests. Yusuf Togo specifically seeks a long-term framework for Nigeria, including productive capital, technology transfer, and value chain partnerships. Beyond the traditional energy and gas sector, he says, Nigeria is shifting from an oil-dependent economy to a stabilized economy driven by diverse non-oil sectors. Togo says Nigeria remains Africa's largest market and a natural gateway to West and Central Africa, noting that investments anchored in the country can access the continental market of over 1.3 billion people under the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA. The minister concludes by assuring the Spanish investors of ongoing reforms to improve the ease of doing business, regulatory transparency, and investor protection, while inviting Spanish firms to see the country not as a risk frontier, but as a platform of opportunity for sustainable Europe-Africa growth. The current administration has shown political will in addressing years of stagnation through improved funding, personnel welfare, timely promotions, and modern operational tools on paramilitary institutions across Nigeria. Secretary of the Civil Defense, Immigration and Prison Services Board, General Abdulmalik Jibril, disclosed this at the decoration ceremony of Federal Fire Service personnel in Abuja. Dennis Temple tells us more.
Fighting fire in Nigeria's metropolitan cities may soon no longer be the nightmare it once was, as reforms aimed at strengthening emergency preparedness and response continue to take shape nationwide.
I undertook morale-boosting tours of the fire stations. within the Federal Capital Territory Command, not as a formal fee, but to speak directly to fire officers.
Reports indicate that in 2025, Lagos State alone recorded nearly 1,922 fire outbreaks attended to by the fire service, the highest in the country, while the FCT recorded about 338 fire incidents within the same period. In line with President Bola Tinubu's reform agenda, the Post Secretary urged the leadership of the fire service to remain proactive and undeterred in making genuine requests for modern firefighting equipment and enhanced operational resources.
It is to the knowledge of everybody in this country that in the past, many fire incidents that took place left a very gory memory in our mind. So you must continue to give your best and to serve the service to the best of your ability. We wouldn't want to see any misbehavior.
A total of 2,620 trained personnel are now empowered to strengthen emergency response and ensure rapid intervention in fire and other emergency situations nationwide. In Abuja, Dennis Temple, NTN News.
This is the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Here's a recap of our top stories. River State House of Assembly presents notice of gross misconduct against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Educationists have advocated elimination of examination malpractice through the use of technology. Petrol pump prices continue to go down amid increased competition among marketers.
I don't think it's coming down the way we want it. Yes, I think the competition should bring it lower.
This is NTA News.
The new year is usually filled with planning and high expectations. But for traders and businesses and business owners on Martin Street, one of the central business districts of Lagos, the story is different. Many are yet to recover from the fire that ravaged some buildings in the area. Joel Kwepola reports that the incident has once again underscored the need for authorities to place a premium on fire prevention and disaster mitigation.
So far, the tragic Christmas Eve fire that ravaged the Great Nigeria Insurance Building and 6 others on Christmas Eve has claimed 8 lives, 5 identified and 3 yet unknown, while 13 injured people have been rescued. Meanwhile, the location Martin Street is yet to return to its usual bustling life. The Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, LASEMA, and other emergency responders are still on ground and are part of the help and information desk created to respond to inquiries from family members of the victims and the general public. 2 weeks after the fire incident that ravaged several buildings here on Martin Street, Lagos Island, the impact of the inferno is still visible, with the smoke emanating from the Great Nigeria Insurance House building. Many of the adjoining buildings have already crashed down, making this entire area unsafe. With a substantial part of Martin Street affected by the inferno, many traders who survive on petty trading in the area are now struggling to make ends meet.
The incident caused so many setbacks and disturbance. The traders here are not finding it easy. It's very, very obvious that it's affecting everybody. And it shouldn't be like this. You get many people now, we know where they're here now, they don't get money for transport. Today now, we carry come again at 1.5.
Stakeholders believe the incident has once again highlighted the urgent need to better equip firefighters with adequate facilities and strengthen emergency response. As the state continues to deal with the aftermath of the Lagos Island Christmas Eve fire, 3 additional incidents have occurred, thankfully with no casualties. The more recent one at Ekoro Road in Abule-Egba, Lagos, which started from a local recycling site, affected 2 other buildings before it was brought under control. The Lagos State emergency responders urged members of the public to adhere strictly to fire safety regulations to protect lives, property, and environment. In Lagos, Joel Bukbola, NTA News.
And that concludes the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am the carrier, Clinton.